Yo, y'all, we back, y'all. I don't even think I did my intro for my last video. Hold on. Hey, with the trenches on this, your boy Lil Gerber, and I'm back strong. My fault, y'all. It's my second video. Who said we was gonna react to next? I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, I remember now. I ain't get to watch this, y'all. I know it says red on it, John, but trust me, y'all, I fell asleep during it.
The universe is crazy.
Now, y'all, I fell asleep during this video, so I didn't really get to watch none. I don't remember. I was tired of shit looking at. But we're about to watch. This was the funniest season ever. I'm sorry, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This definitely was the funniest season ever, but I'm gonna let him tell y'all why. I'm not gonna tell y'all why. I'm not spoiling nothing. Just watch the video, and you feel me? I was watching it, but I was half asleep. Fell asleep during the video. That's why. You feel me? I don't know what the fuck happened. This was like a couple days ago.
But this was the funniest season of... I'm sorry. But this was the funniest season of all time.
What are you thinking about? Oh, my goodness.
Watch it. Bogdanovich never stop moving. It's a steal. Roman knocked it free. Torrey Craig.
Hold on, yeah, my phone. I don't know if I'm in the way of the video. I'm gonna make me a little smaller, 'cause I don't know if I'm in the way of the video. My fault, y'all. Am I too small? Yeah, I'm too small. I remember that. Dame trying not to laugh at Giannis getting an 8-second violation.
It was also pretty wild. And weird.
They talk about Draymond only got, what the fuck? They talk about Draymond only got UFC highlights.
He is riding Walker Kessler.
He's just saddling up right there on Walker.
They 6
We
for 11,
witnessed the
dude.
Pistons and the Wizards just trying to play basketball.
This is why Pistons are 3-35.
They funny though. At
Yet,
335.
we've only just scratched the surface of funny, unserious, and flat-out ridiculous moments from season 2024. So over the next 20 minutes, we're going to go through each and every one of them.
It's the Toronto Bulls. He said that shit is ridiculous. It is ridiculous.
A season rewind of sorts. Because, well, this season deserves it. So, we start in Denver. And as always, vibes were high on opening night. But things went downhill pretty quickly for the Lakers. As they started their season exactly where they left off in 2023.
Barbecue chicken alert! Barbecue chicken alert!
And so did the Warriors, as they took an L to the new-look Phoenix Suns on opening night. Clearly, Bradley Beal didn't get the memo about load management from Adam Silver. Malik Monk ended Utah's season before it even started.
Oh, he brought the house down. Look at this Jazz crowd.
And Zion put the league on notice.
The first half. The lobs.
Oh, wow. Somebody done woke up.
My boy Zion.
Somebody done woke up.
But perhaps the most interesting moment from week one in
Man, fuck Zion, bro. This nigga get injured every fucking year, bro. Swear, bro. This nigga never played a playoff game. Like, damn, this nigga burnt.
the NBA was Wemby's first game.
The first points in the career of Victor Wembanyama.
And one game was all Skip Bayless needed to start hating. But by the second
I don't really like Wemby neither. All the dicky and clout he getting for nothing. Like, it's easy to cook when you on a shitty team. Like I understand if the team not even shitty, bro. He was supposed to be the final piece that they needed to at least take a play-ins run, at least be in the play-ins. But he had the worst record in the West, bro. Like, what the fuck? Shet led his team from a 10th seed 1 year, and then as soon as Shet played, they number 1 seed. Like, that's a different type of boost rather than having a nigga from you a 12 seed 1 year, you a you're a 15th seed one year, and you're the 15th seed next year. Like, you're the number one pick. You're supposed to at least get them to a 10th seed. But, somehow he get all the clout. He's overshot. And Chet was the piece that they need to be a number one seed.
Week of the NBA season, we started to realize this kid might be the end of basketball as we know it.
Advantage. Smith. Oh my! Blocked by Wemby. Get it out of here!
I don't think any of us were prepared for the in-season tournament. Nevertheless, Steph began his run for Clutch Player of the Year. And the Hornets commentator had another moment in the sun.
Halliburton, nowhere to go!
I remember that.
LaMelo's done it!
The Celtics were undefeated through 2 weeks of NBA action. And then Anthony Edwards happened.
Edwards! Yes, sir!
Speaking of Anthony Edwards, in week 3 of the NBA season, Minnesota took a trip to the Bay, and Draymond asked Ant-Man what he was going to do about it.
Andre and Anthony Edwards having a few words. Now, the one thing about putting it down on him.
Well, there's your answer. It's fair to say Draymond was pretty annoyed about what happened.
Draymond,
Because 2
hype
nights
ass.
later, he got himself ejected in 1 minute and 43 seconds and turned the Chase Center into a WWE exhibition center. 3 weeks into the NBA season, the Celtics sat atop the East, while Dallas and Minnesota closed in on Denver for top spot in the Western Conference. Jokic took a hold of the MVP race, followed closely by Embiid, and Wemby just nudged out Chet Holmgren for first place honours in the Rookie of the Year race. But not for long, because in week 4, Chet snatched it right back with this insane shot against the Warriors.
I remember this shot. This was that shot. Ew.
Speaking of the Warriors, who could forget when Chris Paul just said, "F it. Today's the day, Scott Foster. We are airing this out right here, right now." Devin Booker was on a tear in week 5, silencing Madison Square Garden with this fadeaway.
Booker puts up a three. Oh, he puts it in! Devin Booker with the clutch three.
His teammate Kevin Durant, however, was on a different tear. On Twitter, going back and forth with Adidas.
You see? You dusty about to retire. You dusty about to retire soon anyway. Yo, they funny as shit.
And while we're on Golden State and Phoenix, it's fair to say Warriors head coach Steve Kerr was, well, he was sick of playing in Phoenix.
Defensively, although in this building you can't hear anything because it's like a club. It's like a South Beach club out there. What are we doing?
But the DJ wasn't letting up.
In this building you can't hear anything because it's like a club. It's like a South Beach club.
In week 6 of the NBA season, Rudy Gobert cemented himself as the Defensive Player of the Year. LeBron was just getting coaches ejected, and the Orlando Magic were just having fun. I'll tell you who wasn't having fun though. Utah Jazz coach Will Hardy, who after 5 weeks of watching his team play, had simply had enough.
It was a masterpiece of dog shit.
The Detroit Pistons weren't having fun either, after going winless in the month of November.
Damn, bro, this was sad.
Yeah, we're not 2-26 bad. No way are we that bad.
Yes, you heard that right. Winless. 15 consecutive L's. Pretty insane, right? Well, not as insane as the Indiana Pacers, upsetting the first seed Boston Celtics in the quarterfinals of the in-season tournament.
Naismith drops the hammer.
And then the Bucks in the semifinals.
Halliburton tries another three. Bang! Timeout Bucks. It's an 8-point lead.
Unfortunately, they couldn't go all the way against the Lakers. But maybe that was for the best.
Because he celebrated finally KD won championship.
Following the in-season tournament and 7 weeks of play, nothing much changed in the Eastern Conference. Boston, Milwaukee, and the Sixers were still dominating. Denver slipped to 3rd in the West, and the Timberwolves claimed the number 1 seed. Embiid overtook Jokic for the first time in the MVP race. And Chet, after a few good weeks, had overtaken Victor Wembanyama in the Rookie of the Year race. Week 8 was ridiculous. Ayo Dosunmu put up a stat line Tony Snell would be proud of. Dylan Brooks returned to Memphis under, well, different circumstances and had something to say. Steve Kerr and the Warriors returned to Phoenix. And then it happened again. Draymond was suspended indefinitely. But the most chaotic thing that happened that week was when Giannis dropped the franchise record 64 points against
Everybody
the
remember
Indiana
this.
Pacers. But there was one problem. He didn't get the game ball.
It ain't funny as shit. Oh, this is hilarious. Pacers did it on purpose.
So he took his anger out the following game on the Pistons, who still hadn't won a game since October. Jalen Brunson dropped a career-high 50 points a few days later, and Julius Randle made sure he got his game ball. Pure assery, and I love it.
Pure fucking assery. Stop
James
beeping your
Harden
shit
was
out.
loving life in Los Angeles.
Away from their 8th straight win. No way.
We all probably know why. Jimmy Butler returned to Chicago with a point to prove.
2 years ago, I became pregnant with a baby I desperately wanted.
We don't care.
During a routine.
Back for the win. Yes!
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander called game on the Nuggets.
Oh, y'all remember this play? That play hurt my heart, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. We should have. That was crazy, bro. I think we was. I actually think we had a losing record. Well, we lost the series, the season series between them.
Steph continued to prove his haters wrong. I'm telling you, the man is clutch.
That's a Celtics drawing.
Ja made it clear he had unfinished
I remember
business.
that. That was tough. Just for him to go missing again. Nigga went missing again.
And the Lakers raised batter number 18.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the
And so it was Christmas. Luka Doncic got the best of Devin Booker yet again.
Always.
The Celtics faced off against the Lakers. I'll be honest, the game was pretty ordinary. Perhaps the most interesting moment came at the end, when Jason Tatum shamelessly avoided this turnover. The Pistons took the Celtics to overtime a few days later, but they fell short yet again. And with
Damn.
that loss, they tied the NBA record for most consecutive losses in a single season. 28 consecutive L's. 28.
That's sad.
But would you believe, just days after making history, for
They
all the
won.
wrong reasons, they finally did it.
Shit, like a champion, like this is for you, Cleveland. On some LeBron shit.
Oh, man.
The music is killing me, bro. I know that music. It wasn't. They wasn't that excited, bro. It wasn't like that, bro. It's the music. That music is throwing me away, bro.
We had an insane game on New Year's Eve in Minnesota. Ant-Man was cooking.
Versus Cleveland.
And
Versus
LeBron hit a
oh.
game-tying three with just seconds left.
I'm gonna say. I hope they talk about that Celtics versus Minnesota game where Celtics bust their ass. But I remember that LeBron
Also,
foot wasn't on the line.
No, they're calling it a 2.
To be fair, the man was right.
That was not that's not a 2. Y'all see it.
Unfortunately, things got even worse for the King in the new year, somehow getting stripped by this high schooler twice in one game.
That
Josh
should be
Hart
burnt.
couldn't believe Dante DiVincenzo didn't go up and get this pass.
That might be the worst pass I've ever seen from in an NBA game.
And Jokic was just doing Jokic things.
I remember that. I was watching that game live.
And the Nuggets win it.
The Raptors visited the Lakers in Week 12. D'Lo couldn't believe this fan just won $100 grand. Clearly, he was less interested in the game. But the Lakers got the job done. Although it's fair to say Raptors coach Darko Rajokovic wasn't too happy about it.
What happened tonight? This is completely BS. This is shame. Scotty Barnes.
He's gonna be the face of this league.
He gets 2 free throws for the whole game. How you gonna explain that to me? They had to win tonight? If that's the case, just let us know so we don't show up for the game.
After 13 weeks of NBA action, Damian Lillard finally got his moment in Milwaukee.
3 seconds, Dame pulls.
And so did Thanasis. For about 4 seconds, until he was late getting back on offense, missed this rebound, and gave Donovan Mitchell a wide open dunk.
Nigga just ass, bro.
Clippers
He pointed at,
couldn't
he
stop
funny as
laughing
shit.
after Gobert airballed this free throw. And maybe for everybody's sake, it's best if the commentators just stick to commentating.
Austin Reeves, and I'll tell you why after LeBron scores on this break.
Which brings us to week 14, one of my favourite weeks of the NBA season, because this is where things really start to heat up. Karl Anthony Towns dropped 44 points in a half against the Charlotte Hornets. Joel Embiid dropped 70.
70?
Oh, and a few days later, Luka Doncic just casually dropped 73 points on the Atlanta Hawks. It was a week of firsts for Wemby. His first Shamgod, his first bat sighting. Giannis was scanning a QR code in the middle of a game. Unserious baller. Draymond was catching bodies as the Warriors and the Lakers played a double overtime thriller.
3-pointers up. Bang! Curry from downtown.
By week 15 in the NBA, Embiid was probably the biggest lock to win the MVP since Steph Curry in 2016. And then Nuggets fans baited him into playing against the Warriors.
Real shit to my Nuggets fan baited him.
Kevin Durant returned to Brooklyn and had some choice words for his former teammate Cam Thomas.
And Kevin Durant says mini.
While Wemby was genuinely making his opponents look mini over in Washington. Like, bro, what is this? So, what do you know?
Every time I bet it against the Washington, they win though. Shit, weird.
15 weeks, Minnesota and OKC were still tied for the first seed in the Western Conference. Over in the East, Boston began to pull away. Jokic took back first place honours in the MVP race, and Wemby's stronghold on the Rookie of the Year trophy was growing by the day. Week 16 in the NBA, and Pat Bev was on his way to Milwaukee to link up with Damian Lillard.
Hey, so who else on the team?
It was at this moment that he knew. He dug.
Who else
Fair
on
to
the
say there's some
team?
history between those two. Jose Alvarado struck again, whilst up 41 points. Like, can you imagine being down 41 points and this happens? I'm honestly just throwing hands at that point. Anyway, over in Milwaukee, Thanasis continued to prove his haters wrong.
Let's go to pull. Let's go, Thanasis.
I'll tell you who actually proved their haters wrong though. D'Angelo Russell, who averaged 27 and 5 in the month of February. I'm going to be honest, week 17 in the
See? D-Lo hotter than Sydney
I'm gonna be
Sweet
honest,
right now.
Week 17 in the NBA was pretty boring, and so was the All-Star game. So we weren't
No, it
wasting
wasn't.
any time on that.
No, it wasn't.
Week 18, however, started off with a bang. Or should I say, with this lady calling Kevin Durant a bitch, then instantly regretting it. Kyrie was back and cooking. Nothing seemed to be going right for Jordan Poole and the Wizards. And Scotty Barnes hit Mikal Bridges with his own signature celly. But I don't think anything could have prepared us for week 19. We started off with an all-in brawl in Minnesota. This dude brought back the chokehold move on Jimmy Butler. And then after a well-fought game over in San Francisco,
What
gave
happened?
Jimmy Butler an
I remember
all-in
that.
brawl
I
in
remember this
Minnesota.
joint.
This dude brought back the chokehold move on Jimmy Butler. And then after a well-fought game over
My fault. Y'all don't even know where I was at. Somebody was calling me.
San Francisco on Jimmy Butler.
Yeah,
And
choke.
then after a well-fought game over in San Francisco, Steve Clifford and Steve Kerr went to shake hands. But Draymond had other ideas. And then, over in Cleveland, the impossible happened.
I remember this too. Tell you, like, I watched
With
basketball
5 weeks
for
to go
real.
in the NBA season, Boston had well and truly pulled away from the Cavs and the Bucks in the East. Over in the West, however, things were getting extraordinarily tight. Minnesota had a 1-game buffer on the Thunder, and Denver was starting to find some form after the All-Star break. In Week 20, Chet Holmgren and Victor Wembanyama faced off in a Rookie of the Year showdown. I won't sugarcoat it. Wemby pulled his pants down.
Trying to answer. He is stuffed and taken away.
Then had this to say to the Spurs crowd post-game. It was at this moment everyone realised that from 2025 on, this is Wemby's league. Things were starting to click for the Bucks.
Talking about this Wemby's league, bro. Like, I can't wait till that man just don't have no success. Talking about this Wemby's league. Like, this nigga is like, come on, bro. You still got shit. Like, the West is not easy. If he goes to the East, maybe he can make some noise, but the West, I'm not making no noise in the West, bro. Like, I'm proud of. Like, I ain't got no problem with Wemby. It's just the dick riders, bro. They be treating this nigga like he ain't do nothing, bro. Can't even see a playoffs run first. Like, the nigga name wasn't even in the play-ins. Like, the fuck? He ain't no Zion Williams in effect. Zion Williams, as soon as he played, his team is automatically a playoffs team. Who else? Like, we talking about, like, yeah, like real threats. Some rookie threats that came in as a rookie year. Like, Ben Simmons when his rookie year, he was a threat. Like, the fuck? I'm trying to think who else. I don't care, bro.
And the Lakers, as they took apart Oklahoma City. However, things weren't necessarily clicking for Javon Carter over in Chicago.
Bruh.
In Week 21, we saw
baby.
Anthony Edwards literally hit his head on the rim as he got up for this game-winning block.
He hit his head under the backboard.
After a slow start to his NBA career, Jalen Green began to show some promise over in Houston.
Green.
I remember his little era. He was turned.
On an 11-game winning streak and a league-best 13-2 record in the month of March. And speaking of young guns, Warriors rookie Trace Jackson Davis was the first player to put Wemby on a poster. A different Jackson was getting up in Milwaukee, and De'Aaron Fox simply could not believe what he was seeing. And neither could Slow-Mo Anderson when Anthony Edwards launched into outer space. Week 22 was interesting, to say the least. Because we had 2 more game winners. Kyrie,
they
with
skipped
this
over the Minnesota
flat-out
versus
ridiculous
Timberwolves. I mean, they skipped over the
left-handed
Celtics versus
fadeaway
Timbs.
floater, or whatever you call that. And over in Detroit, Bam was rubbing salt in the wounds of the Pistons. The Dallas Mavericks were beginning to click in Week 23, and it wouldn't be right if we didn't acknowledge the season Luka Doncic was having, averaging 33, 9, and 9, a damn near triple-double, and a stat line no one else in the history of basketball has accomplished for an entire season. On a less serious note, Chris Paul called referee Tony Brothers a TikToker and got himself ejected with less than 6 seconds remaining. With 2 weeks to go in the NBA season, Jokic was still in command of the MVP trophy, but Luka was making a late charge. Wemby was running away with the Rookie of the Year crown, and things were getting loud in the Western Conference, especially in the race for the play-in. Dallas, Phoenix, Sacramento, and the Lakers all fighting for guaranteed playoff positioning. The Warriors were also lurking, but they were in danger of falling out of the play-in altogether as a red-hot Houston closed in. So when they visited Orlando in Week 24, it was a must-win game. But clearly no one told Draymond Green, who got himself ejected in 3 minutes and 36 seconds. Utterly ridiculous.
But he's not real, man. Bro's so
Steph
cool.
was genuinely emotional. And despite all of that, the Warriors ended up winning anyway. But perhaps the funniest moment of the night was when Draymond dapped up Steph back in the locker room, looked dead straight at the camera, and said, "F it, I'll do it again." Houston, however, was still on their tail as they went into Oklahoma City and stunned the Thunder.
That's when he fucked up. Yep, right there. He fucked up right
But
there.
their quest for the 10th seed didn't last long, and the Warriors let them know about it. The final week of the NBA season was filled with chaos. Paul George was breaking ankles. And so was his protege, Brandon Miller. Heading into the final day of the season, Minnesota, Denver, and Oklahoma City still, quite literally, couldn't be separated. Until the Nuggets blew a 20-point lead to the 14th place San Antonio Spurs.
And they're showing the San Antonio score on the scoreboard.
But maybe the play of the season was from Big Boban, who was quite happy to miss a second free throw and give the Clippers fans free chicken.
Here's your job. Oh, he gave him chicken. He's a man of the people.
Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and until next time.
I'm gonna watch this too, y'all.
If you interviewed a high school basketball team, it would probably look something like this.
Great call, Shay. You got everybody go. Josh, see those guys play every day. Come on, bro.
Except this isn't a high school basketball team. This is the best team, in the best conference, in the best basketball league in the world. Now, it is rare that we see a team this young playing this well, which begs a few questions. How good are the Thunder actually? Does age really matter in the NBA? And could they possibly win a championship in 2024?
Fuck no, I don't even watch this video no more. I'm cool. I ain't about to watch no video about OKC. There we have it, y'all. This other video reaction I just wanted to react to. So we out.